It's the fall months, and things are starting to look a little bit dreary. In fact, you may have even noticed that you're starting to feel a little lonelier. You're starting to feel a little more drawn to the idea of maybe cuddling up with somebody next to a fireplace. Welcome to the second season in the year of finding a relationship and the second season of attraction. What up? It is David Bauer here with another episode from Ace of Hearts Academy. Thank you for taking this time to invest in yourself, your future, and your future relationships. And congratulations on making the decision to break up with loneliness, because I promise you, your future relationship, especially maybe even this holiday season, will thank you for it. By the end of this video, you will understand what it is about the holiday season that makes us feel the way we do, and how to use that feeling, how to use that time to create attraction and potentially a future relationship. At the end of this video, I tell you a little bit about something that is going to take your knowledge to the next level of how to create that relationship and how to take that knowledge even further. So stay tuned. So what is it about the holiday season that's so special anyway? I mean, yeah, it's 5 holidays that are back to back, but what makes it so ideal for finding a relationship during this time? Well, for starters, if you are one of the many multitudes of singles out there, then you start to feel really lonely during this time. And essentially, the holiday season is that time of year spanning between October to March. It basically ends right there on Valentine's Day, or if you're still single at that time, Happy Single Awareness Day. But of course, most people don't want that to be Single Awareness Day. They want it to be Valentine's Day. So they look at this time spans as like, okay, this is a time frame when we really want to be able to find somebody. So that relationship partner is quite often intended to be a short-term partner during the holiday season. I don't like that outlook on that. But essentially, most people tend to just look for somebody to ride out the colder months with. But it doesn't have to be that way. And that's not always the way it goes. So that which may have been intended for a short-term relationship can actually end up blossoming into something a lot more long-term. Now, you know I like to start with the foundation. So what is the psychology behind finding somebody during the holiday season? So there are a number of things that play on our psychology that cause this season to really kick off. The first is cold weather. So we notice that kind of gets a little chilly in the air, and we start to seek a little bit more comfort. We also notice that the sunlight is decreasing steadily, which drives us to seclude ourselves indoors. Now, humans have always survived better in groups, and subconsciously we know this, so we tend to seek out companionship, especially when things in our environment get a little bit rougher. Could be that we just felt lonelier, or hey, it's really cold outside. That draws us closer to each other, but the end result essentially remains the same. We're drawing closer to each other. During the winter months, the body also produces less serotonin, which is a mood regulator. And this can explain those, as they call them, holiday blues. Loneliness, the blues. Look, either way, our bodies can probably detect that there is some imbalance of the serotonin. And our bodies have a pretty effective solution for dealing with this. Can you guess? Yeah, companionship and cuddling. Right. In fact, cuddling releases that oxytocin, which causes the release of serotonin and dopamine. So, great, now we just went from lonely and cold to happy and warm. Hey, problem solved, right? You can even find examples of this in early human history. So, the cold months, I got a bunch of snow falling. We all know my drawings are weird, so don't judge me there. So yeah, got a bunch of snow falling in the cold months, right? Resources, food, they become scarce. It becomes necessary to conserve energy, to stay warm. So everyone goes inside to get warm. Please note, your walls are made of stone at this point, which is not necessarily the warmest of materials. Yeah. So it becomes a means of survival to huddle in close. There is also a benefit to her during this holiday season. Now keep in mind, she may have spent all year like everybody else, and she forgot to take the time to kind of slow down and recognize her own personal needs and fix that loneliness that was nagging at the back of her mind. Now, it's the end of the year, the New Year's Eve party is coming, her family is going to be there, her friends are going to be there, and she will be there. Alone. Great. Her friends, many of whom may have a boyfriend, be married, maybe even they're starting their own family at this point. Yeah, now she's going to look at all that, and it's going to be a consistent reminder to her that she is lonely. Yeah, not too great. So it's kind of like Single Awareness Day, only it goes on for a season. Youch. And to make things worse, she's even going to have her friends and possibly her family members coming up to her and asking, hey, so where's your date? Huh? Don't you just love how sometimes it's the most loved people in our lives that say something, and though they mean well, it's like gouging our heart out with a spork. Yeah. Been there too. So she's facing this, and it's probably going to happen more than once because she's probably going to attend more than one party, right? So what's she going to do about it? Well, the only logical option for her is to go out and find a date. Which is you. Yeah. Before you start thinking, oh, great, this is open season. I'm the prey, and I'm just going to sit here and, yeah, I'll wait for her to hunt me down and fall in my lap. Well, you got another thing coming. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. No. If anything, this is your time for you to be more out there, for you to make yourself more visible to her. Please note, I said visible, not creepy and desperate. I may need to be getting out more and engaging in more social events kind of mindset. Now, I do go a little deeper into how all of this psychology works in this other video. And I do trainings on this type of psychology, technique, etc., not only during my workshops, but also in my one-on-one coaching. One of those is coming up in actually the end of October. More on that at the end of this video. And if you're interested in any of that, I have some more information again at the end of this video. So how do we as men use the circumstances of the holiday season to help us potentially find a relationship? Remember, that social event that I mentioned? It starts by finding somebody at a social gathering or event. Now, I know you may be thinking, but David, I really don't like social events. I'm not the social type. I don't like being in big crowds. Okay, well, I do understand that. But get over it. Because if you want to find a relationship, you are going to have to get out there to meet people. I'm sorry, it's just a thing. You have to be confident that you are a likable guy and just go out and start some conversations with people at these events. And no, you cannot just talk to the men in the room. You also need to approach, yes, the women, even if it's just to say hi. Over time, this will also build your confidence. It's like a muscle. Your technique will improve, because you are repeating the process of approach. Eventually, through networking or even direct contact, you will meet somebody. It's kind of a numbers game. From there, you can start steadily and slowly dating this person and building up a bond with her. Please be careful, because you want to make sure your end goals are the same. For example, if you want a long-term relationship, you need to make sure that this is also something that she wants, that this is her goal, and she would be open to the idea at least. Obviously, you do not want to ask her this when you first meet her, like, hey, I know that we just met each other, so would you consider a long-term relationship? Yeah, that's probably not going to go so well. But you may want to make your intentions known at least after the first few dates. The holiday season has always played a part in human history, and today it still serves that purpose. And it presents an incredible opportunity to end your lonely streak. And I would like to help you end that lonely streak. So I am putting together a workshop that is due to take place on October 21st to the 23rd. And if you think this was detailed, I go massively in depth on this topic during the fall attraction workshop. And we're going to be doing a few exercises as a group to help you get out there and find someone this holiday season. We are quite literally going to get you to get out there and ace it and break up with loneliness so that your future relationship can thank you for doing that this holiday season. And if you want to sign up for that free workshop, I have included the link in the description below. We're going to be running this at 3 p.m. CST on October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. CST means Central Standard Time. And I understand that time might not work for everybody, so we also do have a VIP option. And that's a tip for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, leave a comment, sign up for the FAW Fall Attraction Workshop, and as always, get out there and ace it.